Okefenokee Swamp Park. Carnivorous plants. Let's see if we can click it from back here. Okay, our standards. Standards mean that what we have to learn, right? Well, we're going to pick out one that says identify the features of animals that allow them to live and thrive in the different regions of Georgia. What region of Georgia are we talking about? Okay?
Our region.
Our region. That's exactly right. The Oke Swamp. We have some essential questions today. What is a habitat? Wait, these are essential. We're going to start with them. How do the characteristics of the habitat determine the organisms that live there? How do the features of a plant help it survive in a certain region of Georgia? Okay? That's what we're going to try and learn. What is a carnivorous plant? A plant that gets some of its what?
Nutrients
By what? Trapping, digesting insects and other small animals. These organisms have nutrients needed by the plant. Okay, so we're going to find out that carnivorous plants are meat-eating plants. They have to have bugs or spiders or some little critter so that they can survive. Do you think that the swamp has those things in them for them to grow? Yes. So when our question said, how do they thrive? It means how do they survive? What good nutrients does the Okefenokee Swamp have in its soil in order for these carnivorous plants to grow? That's what we're going to learn, and then we're going to make one. It says in the second part, chemicals in the plant do what? Digest or break down the body of the animal. Then the plant can use the nutrients the body contains. 4 carnivorous plants are found at the Okefenokee Swamp. The butterwort, the sundew, the pitcher plant, and a bladderwort. The butterwort. Look at the characteristics of a butterwort. It has sticky, golden, yellow leaves that trap small spiders, mites, and insects. The butterwort sometimes doesn't have that flowering part. This is a dormant plant, which means it's not flowering at this time. The sundew is another plant. It has bright red leaves with sticky hairs, which bend over the insect. The leaf also rolls over the prey.
Sounds like a car.
The sundew has sticky hairs that bend over the insect. So does it fit? Does it have a way to grasp the insect? What does it use?
It's
Sticky hair. That's exactly right. Good job. We have 2 more pictures. Look at the sticky hairs and the bright red leaves. Can someone tell me why the bright red leaves would attract? Okay.
It has a sweet smelling liquid on it.
Good answer. Another one?
It's because it's bright and some animals have bright things.
Okay, and it attracts them. If it's bright, we're attracted to that bright, and they get stuck there with those sticky hairs. Another plant native to the Okefenokee Swamp is the pitcher plant. Sometimes we call it the hooded pitcher plant. It has hollow, tubular leaves with waxy lining and spike-like hairs that prevent the insect from escaping. So it's got like a trap door. Take your hand and make it in an oval and put your other hand over it and 1, 2, 3 trap that bug. That's what it does. It has a hollow, means it's empty on the inside. Waxy lining. If something's waxy, it's slippery, right? So when the prey gets on it, it gets up to the top, and what does it do? Slides down. Good answer. Just like you would on a sliding board. But they slide down, and then it takes its hood and puts over top. So it's trapped there, and it prevents the insect from escaping.
Why does it look like that?
That's the way it was made. Here's 3 more. You can see the hollow, tubular leaves.
I want the first one.
Where do the pitcher plants grow? Who can tell me by the picture, okay? What do you see around the bottom? Are they growing in the grass? Or are they growing in water?
Grass.
What do we see? We do see, and it is here. We can see there's a lot of greenery here. But look under here. What does it come up out of?
What? The ground.
The ground, but it does come out of the ground. The water, the swamp is full of what? Water. Even when you're not in the big part of the swamp, all the ground out there is called what? Trembling earth. Why do we know that we call it the trembling earth?
Because Okefenokee stands for the land of the trembling earth.
And if you walk on it, what does it feel like?
It feels like it's moving.
It feels like it's moving, okay? So when it's soggy, it's always wet out there, okay? It's very moist. That's a good word to say, a moist environment. Now we have the bladderwort. This is the 4th carnivorous plant native to the Okefenokee Swamp. These are aquatic carnivorous plants with divided underwater leaf-like stems and numerous small bladders. The flowers, which grow above water, are yellow, 2-lipped with a forward-facing spur on the lower lip, meaning it's kind of like this. And if it says it's aquatic, where does it grow? In the water. So we have a bladderwort, and I'm going to show you a picture. Sorry, guys. A bladderwort. Look at the picture. Very fast trap doors that capture their prey inside the tiny bladders.
They live in water.
Yes, they do live in water. You're exactly right. There's a big picture of one.
Whoa. That's pretty.
Okay? We've named 4 carnivorous plants native to the Okefenokee Swamp. The sundew, the bladderwort, the pitcher plant,
And the
Bladderwort.
oh, I put 2. Or the butterwort, right?
Yeah.
Okay? What we need to do now is we're going to take a thinking map, and you're going to choose one of those 4, and you're going to put it in the center. Make sure that when you put it, you know something about them. I have the posters up so you can see. We have the bladderwort, okay, and its characteristics. We have the pitcher plant, and its characteristics. We have the sundew and its characteristics, and we have the butterwort. Let's read the butterwort. It says it's sticky yellow golden leaf. So that could be in one of our circles, right? It has yellow leaves. They're sticky. They trap small spiders, mice, and insects. Mite. Little tiny bugs. Now, we're going to use this thinking map. We're going to come up with characteristics of your carnivorous plant. You have 4 choices. I want to read you what I expect, okay? You're going to end up writing me a small paragraph as though you were an insect or a spider or a mite that lived in the Okefenokee swamp. You're going to tell me how you survived or how you were digested by that carnivorous plant. A sample would be this: the life from an insect's point of view. As I crawl along the trembling earth of the Okefenokee swamp, I get an eerie feeling that something close is about to ingest me. Many plants and grasses seem to be around me as I move closer to the water. Thinking I might go for a dip to cool off, I notice not far away from the shore these long roots are growing down through the water's surface. The sundew's many bladders were all around, ready to digest me for its breakfast. I swam as quickly as possible, but was soon captured anyway. The sundew enjoyed the nutrients it gained from me. That's what I want you to do. I want you to choose one of the 4 types of carnivorous plants. Okay? We have these, and we'll put these up here so that you can see them. If you need to get up and come see the characteristics, you can. I want you to not worry about the spelling right now. Okay? We're not worried about the spelling right now. We're worried about getting information to show me that you can understand why carnivorous plants are adapted and native to the Okefenokee swamp. When we finish the writing, we will make a small habitat to represent either the water at the Okefenokee swamp or the land part of the Okefenokee swamp, and how a plant, a carnivorous plant, survives there.
Is that candy? Doesn't matter.
Let's see what that is after we do this. First, remember, you're going to take the circle in the center and you're going to choose one of the 4 types of carnivorous plants. Okay? You can be a pitcher plant and think about it. What do you look like? What do you like to eat? You could even tell me what your friends are, but you've got to tell me what that plant needs to survive and how you would help it, or maybe you can escape from being taken and eaten by that carnivorous plant.
In a writing song?
In the writing. Okay? There you go. Now, I'm going to come around and I'm going to watch as you work. If you need help with a word, I'll be more than happy to help you. I ask that if you need to go look at one of the posters in order to get information, you're more than welcome. What? Your pencil's right. I can find a pencil.
I know where some are.
There's some pencils up here.
Okay, let me see who can get something going. Come on, Charles. Yes?
I want that picture.
them together in sentences.
I know that.
Okay. What do you think about a butterwort? What color were the butterworts? Yellow. Okay. Boys and girls, if you're all at the posters, you can. So let's do it this way. If you chose the sundew, will you go to take this and go to the back of the room and use it? Will you carry that back there by that bag? If you want to study the sundew, you may go over there. If you want the picture plant, you can come right here in the middle. You don't have your papers, guys. If you want the butterworts, you can stay right there. If you want the bladderworts, you can stay right there. That way we don't have everybody at one spot. Let's see what you got. Good job.
Why are you guys excited? How about a rock?
That's my mom.
If you choose to use your science book, I have the pages for you.
Look at these people.
That's okay. That's fine. If you want to use your science book, you can find the sundew on page 211. 211. If you want the butterwort, yours is also on page 211 of your science book. The hooded pitcher plant is on 210. It's okay, you don't have to go in every circle. Which one did you want to do, buddy? The butterworts on page 211. Yes. Now go put it into sentences so you can tell me how you survived the Okie swamp.
You don't have to feel it all the time. She just said she oh, okay, I'm good. Do it.
Okay. Put it into good sentences for me.
I know, right?
Okay, you ready? You already ready? Your story?
Okay, so where am I? I'm going to put the other guy on the back. We have great stories on the back.
We have about 2 or 3 more minutes to get our information, and we'll return to our seats to write. What paper, baby? Oh, we're doing it on the back of this. You're writing on the back of your thinking map. Tell me what you have on yours. What are you describing for the bladder wart?
I put the day after all you have to do is have 4 bowls.
Yes.
I know what they're at.
What else?
They are fast at catching the
They are fast and they do have trap doors. Where do all of these live?
swamp.
At the Oke Plants swamp. We need to make sure that we put their place they live. On the back of your paper.
Yes, I love the same. Patty's where I just said swamp. Too late.
It's right there.
Okay, guys, look at me and listen, please. You have gathered some information on these carnivorous plants. If you would take your information back to your desk and begin putting them into sentences to give me a description from the insect's point of view. That's okay. Take that and see what you can do with it. Take back what you have now. You may use your science books if you need to on page 210 and 211. That's right. How did that plant use you to survive? You're the insect.
Oh, we gotta be the insect.
Okay. Yes, you can. 211. Okay, we'll write it in.
It has sticky paper.
Excellent. We'll read it in just a minute, okay? That was great. Yes, ma'am. 210. Okay, listen to me. I want you to pretend like you are an insect or a spider. You are going to be either captured by one of the carnivorous plants or you're going to survive. But you've got to tell me how you escaped from being eaten by that carnivorous plant. Okay? Remember, I gave you an example if you need for me to reread that to help you. You need me to reread it? Okay. My sample, as I crawl along the trembling earth of the Oke swamp, I get an eerie feeling that something close by is about to ingest me. Many plants and grasses seem to be around me as I move closer to the water. Thinking that I might go for a dip to cool off, I notice not far away from the shore that these long roots are growing down through the water's surface. The sundew's many bladders were all around, ready to digest me for breakfast. I swam as quickly as possible, but was soon captured anyway. The sundew enjoyed the nutrients it gained from me. What was I?
A fly.
I could have been a fly, some kind of a spider or insect, I didn't tell, but I was full of nutrients. And those nutrients are digested by what kind of plants? Carnivorous plants. And where do these carnivorous plants live? In the swamp. They thrive on living in the swamp. It's a perfect environment for these. Would you like to read yours? Now read it. You did a great job. She says, I was gliding around the swamp to look for a good place to land. I see the best spot, but it was surrounded by sundews. I tried landing, but they got me, and they got a bunch of nutrients from me, too. Did she do it? Yeah, she did a great job. Okay, you want to share yours? Would you like me to read it? I'm a spider. My name is Sam. I ran into a leaf, and I got ingested. He was doing his on the sundew, so that sundew's plenty full today, right? Good job. Anyone else want to share theirs?
I'm about to be
You want to share? Anybody else want to share theirs? You did? Yes, you may share when you get done. Is there anyone who needs help? What you do? You can be whatever you want to be as long as you help that plant survive. Okay? Use your creativity and your imagination. Oh, you got eaten by a pitcher plant. A hooded pitcher plant. Remember, a hooded pitcher plant has a tubular center where it's like a slide and the insect or the spider slides down, and what does it put over the top? A hood to keep it down there. It's like a trap door. Okay? Anybody else want to share? You ready? Okay. Would you like to stand up and share? No? Will you come stand with me? Come on. All right, let's turn around and see if you can read to everybody in the middle.
When I was flying through the water, to pick up my little max, but I forgot butterworts eating. I flew by fast and got eaten.
Oh, you got eaten by what? A butterwort got her. Great job. Charles, you want to read?
One day I was at a swamp. All I saw was plants and big animals. The next day I saw a plant right in front of me. I tried to run away, but it was too late. He ate me and digested stuck by the blood butter.
No. Very good. Would you like to share? Come on. Great job.
I was walking and I felt nervous. There were many grass plants. There were many hollow tubes. I tried to run, but I tripped over a stone. Then a pitcher plant got me. I was trapped, so I saw a stone and I got my way out of the plant.
Very good. He escaped.
Can I finish? Can I re-ask my question?
Yes, you can. For those that are finished or those that can stop at this point, I want you to look at me and listen very carefully, okay? The next activity we're going to do, we're going to put our pencils down and we're going to use our hands. Some of you are going to make an edible swamp where your habitat, your carnivorous plant is growing. Some of you are going to do a land plant and use rubber bugs and spiders and straws and all that. Now you're going to have to put on a creative hat. Okay? If you don't get what you choose, you're going to have to, I didn't make one for everybody to do everything, so we're going to split it. You're going to do one or the other. Okay? In the bottom of the round ones, we have Jell-O, blue Jell-O. What does that represent?
Water.
The water. And on top, you're going to have Tootsie Rolls and gummy worms and hollow licorice sticks. I want you to shake and make the best you can. No one's grading. I want you to do what you can do. If I hand you one, I'm going to put some at every other person's going to do one or the other so we have a variety at our table, okay? I want you to try and figure out what you can do, okay? If you get a rectangular pan, you're going to get rubber bugs. You're going to get a straw so that you have a hollow tube for your bugs to go down. And you're going to get a sponge because a sponge, if it was wet, it would be just like the trembling earth at the swamp, right? So you're going to make a different habitat. The people that get the edible swamp, you're also going to get a piece of celery. Can anybody tell me what they visualize when they see a piece of celery? Why do you visualize? I do too. Why did you visualize a pitcher plant? It's kind of tubular. You and I think a lot alike. That's what I did. So I cut up celery so that you can do it. Now, you might choose one that has some more green leaves on it. Okay? Or you might want one. This is what he's talking about. You see the tubular part? What does that remind him of? A hooded pitcher plant. So he could take this, and then he could take his Tootsie Roll and make a what? A hood over it, okay? Now, you can use it this way, or you could maybe you want one that has some more leaves on it, because remember, this would look like it was growing out with other plants around it, right? Okay? You use your imagination to create carnivorous plants in a Oke swamp setting, okay? I will bring the materials to you. If you want to read me your writing, you're more than welcome to. And then I'll go around with the celery so you can show me that. Okay, and then you three will get the other, okay? So there's yours. Yes, you have a question. You can read it. Would you read it while we're doing this? Mm-hmm. Come right here and read.
One day when I was in Oke Swamp, I saw a hooded pitcher plant. I thought he was a mouse, but that was a mistake. He digested me in a second.
Oh, I love it. Anybody else? Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay, come here. You want to share? Please share yours as soon as she finishes. Come on. You ready? Deep down in the Oke swamp, I crawled to find my insect family, but I could not find them. I saw something red. I forgot that a sundew plant lived there. When I thought I was safe, I was wrong. The sundew plant digested me and ate all of my nutrients. Okay, right here.
Last Saturday I was flying around some flowers and landed on a bladderwort, and it ate me. It liked the nutrients from you.
Excellent. Great job. You want to share? Come on. Okay, you do it. You can start yours.
I was watching this relaxing on the surface that I was going to. That's cool.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm done. It's all right.
Do it. I'll help you.
I have one.
Do you have anybody else who needs one?
Where's yours? How do you get this thing off? Why is it?
Okay? Got it. Take the silver off the top, peel the edges back. Take the silver off the round one so you can find your water underneath. Okay? And you make your carnivorous plant. There's your things to the way you want to put them. Do it the way you want. It's yours. Mold it into ducks. You can get silver. Do you want one that's hollowed out like this, or do you want one like these? Like this? You want some celery? Anybody else? Celery? Do you want one with leaves, or do you want one that's hollowed? Okay. Or do you want both? This one. Put yours in yours. That's fine with me.
Hey, is this looking okay?
It's looking great. Would you like a piece of celery?
Yes.
I am done.
Would you like one? Do you want one with this or one without? This looks like a pretty cool one. Without? You want that one too? You can keep on going.
How are we supposed to cover like?
I don't know. You have to figure it out. You got green paper there.
Oh.
You got bugs
Can
there.
I cut this paper?
You can do whatever you want. That's yours. Okay? That one, did you care for, sir? You want two different ones? You want one that's hollow and one that's got green? I don't know.
I didn't eat it. You ate it?
You want one hollow or green? Particular one? Oh, red. This is pretty good. This one's in there. That work? Did y'all care for some celery for you?
At least something's edible in ours.
But don't eat it now. Make it
Miss, she said you get a table. She just said
I took it and put it on and made it seem like the hood is I brought a snake. Did that work? Where's the
It's eating grass.
What?
It is eating. You just play in litter bags. It may just be a log. Yeah, it may just be a log.
Oh, it is being digested for its nutrients. I'll help you. Cool.
How about this nice colorful spider? No. I already have a spider. This cockroach? I already have a cockroach. They only have 2 plants. Uh-huh. This is a kid. This is the one. This is a log. This is going to be the nutrients. I'm just going to throw. I already stuck in there.
What you want, sweetheart?
Can I work with celery? I'm back.
I don't know, but I don't know where.
Put it anyway.
Wait a minute.
This part is the hood and we got traps.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Oh, and it makes a mess. Oh, wow. Do you wish you got this? Yes. Hey,
Well, you can
this is kind of easy. Because you like stick it in there and it's good. Y'all should
very moist out there, so when you walk on it, it feels You've done a great job, Charles.
There's an extra tissue. Oh, I want it. No, you need it for your page. This is alright.
Okay, and then we're going to summarize.
Is it yours?
Why scaring me? Yes, again.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, Andrew, look at mine. That's right. Sorry,
The spider gonna be in the water. Yeah.
Now I know what
Is he eating it well?
I should have done that.
Good job. Good job.
Look at the lizard.
His snake is getting eaten, digested, not just.
Can we take this home?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
What about?
I just want to eat it. That's what I'm going to take it home and eat
We can take it home and eat it.
it. That's what I'm going to do it.
Woo! Hey, how we gonna take it home? This one.
You eat it right now.
Don't
Oh, look at all the bladderworts over here.
And then the fishy
Very good. We have a lot of bladderworts over here with their bladders out, trying to catch an insect. What did they get from the insects, guys?
nutrients. This thing is eating the snake's food.
No, don't eat my
Man, why does it look like they're playing? Snake is gonna be bad.
Go stop. Okay, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You did awesome today, guys. Let's summarize by looking at what we've created, by thinking about what we've learned, and thinking about what we wrote. Name for me one of the 4 carnivorous plants, Charles.
Hooded pitcher plant.
The hooded pitcher plant.
Sundew.
The sundew. Okay, can you think of another one? The bladderwort and the last? The butterwort. Those are the 4 carnivorous plants. Who could tell me what carnivorous means? It eats other animals. And what does it get from those insects it eats? It gets nutrients. Okay? I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson. I hope that you can remember something about it, that you can take it home, what's in front of you, and use it to teach someone at home about the Okefenokee Swamp.
Yeah, I'm eating.
That's good.